everyone receive is a reflection of us.
Welcome. Today I thought my math would be mathing. The idea of politics is a boring one. The idea of what's going to happen. As we look upon all of the things in America and around the world, we see change. There are some aspects of it that might be deceptive. Introduction to a new technology, perhaps. I think there are times when we look upon things and we say, better the devil we know. So although there are good things that are coming from it, from an American standpoint, that doesn't mean that it is the savior. Something I think that we should all take care of. When we look upon those things with good value, and indeed, a grain of salt. So all things aside, I wish Australia would do a similar thing. But yet we are still amongst tyranny with our government. People who think they are better than everyone else and knows what's better for the world. So as boring as it may be, I want to talk about something simple like healthcare. Now you see, this isn't a discussion or a topic or a debate or even a rant about anything, but more an understanding about money. So let me put it to you like this. If you were to give me $1 a month, I would have $12. If you believe in the 13 months, then I would have 13. But for the sake of the argument, I'm going to talk about the 12. Now here in Australia, we have approximately 28 million people, that is. So I'm going to approximate and say there's 20 million adults who can have healthcare. If each one of these people give me $1, I'll have $20 million. Now, if each one of these people give me $1 a month, I'll have $20 million a month. Times that by 12. Something like 200 million, I think. If my math be mathing. So one of the topics of conversation here is, if I am getting $20 million a month for only $1 from everyone a month, that is nothing. So private healthcare sometimes can be between $16 to $100 a month, depending on the nature of your visit, or your policy or your plan. So all these healthcare agencies are insurances. They don't actually provide you the care. They provide you with the insurance. So that if something is needed, they will pay for it. But there is always a case, there is always something there that makes you pay more. A gap, they call it. Where you still have to pay it if it doesn't reach too high. So if this is just insurance, how many millions or billions of dollars are they receiving per month? So stay with me. So if I'm receiving $200 million a month because everyone gives me $10 a month, which isn't that much. It's 2 cups of coffee, unfortunately. And I get that every month. Let's say 1,000 people get injured or require payment. How much is that payment? Is it $100? Is it 2 or 3? Is it $1,000 or 10 at the most? Let's say out of the $200 million I get a month, I output 20. Just on the sheer possibility of people needing care. I still have $180 million. This is an extraordinary amount of money. To pay who? To pay the people who need it. You see, if you're putting it into my bank, and then I give you the money when you need it, why do we need healthcare? You see, I look at this situation and say, we can all pay for it ourselves. If we look at the situation just like this, if we set up an account, maybe it's somewhere that we create our own bank. Maybe we use the existing banks, it doesn't matter. Maybe we create a new one. All of these insurances there, they charge you premiums and fees and debits and all of this stuff to maintain your account. How many people are actually working there? And even the people that are working there are getting base minimum salaries where the people at the top are laughing. If you're getting $200 million a month, in 10 months, that's $2 billion. So $2 billion a year. In 1 year. From everyone paying $10 a month. How many people do you think you could help? How many houses could you build? How much infrastructure could you assist with humanity? Can you imagine how many people you can assist? What's the highest amount of medical procedure you have paid for? A dentist, a doctor, an ambulance. It's not an extraordinary amount. So as humanity, I look upon this and see, if we did this within our own selves, we would have the ability to fund our own selves. What would I do with $2 billion a year? Well, I would help a lot of people. I'd build a lot of homes and houses for people, food and shelter, new plantations of fruit and vegetables. You can assist schooling and those people who need assistance freely. It might not happen in a day or a month or a year to do the entirety, but it can be done. So let me put this to you for those that have continued on this journey. What have they done with all their money? They've had such an extent here in Australia to have so much money. Then we look at maybe the Americas or China, who has larger populations. What have they done with their money? It is an amazing thought when you think about it. If we each do this, the world would be a better place. I like to think of it that it's something that could be easily maintained. Something that isn't that hard to think about. You do it across the board. They do it for rallies and telethons, and when they need to raise money for a specific procedure or event. So the question I propose is, what does health insurance or private health insurance actually do for you except pay your bill? And they don't even pay all of it. Well, I think when we think of it like that, we can ask, where does the money go? So it is with that, I leave you with peace and love. Take care.